Good evening. This is Counter Tortoise Capital with the midweek swing portfolio update for the advanced swing course. It is March 14th, Wednesday. So we'll just go through the cycle here. Alcoa. Let's take a look at the sectors first. Okay, so the market health check first for today. So the vertical blue lines are 10, 20, and 30 days of look back. The horizontal red lines are support levels, which were once resistance and are targets on the way down, as well as support. Notice that the 10-period regression channel still sloped up. Price is right in the middle along that regression line. Just has come back into the river and is at the north edge of the dragon. So that would be a support level that we've identified here before. That was the hump of the baby dragon and the dragon over here. So what was resistance here could be support here. We're about 4% off the swing high. We've had a low, a higher low. If this holds and takes off, then this would still be seen as a normal pullback. I want you to notice that 3 big days of selling, 3 medium days of selling, 3 small days of selling. So actually the downside volatility is diminishing. And we're still above the zero line on MACD histogram. And the jaws are still open to the upside. So even though there's some pullback, this is not panic selling. The one concern I have is the integration of trade wars and the loss of Rex Tillerson, the Secretary of State. One more adult has left the kitchen, and Pompeo as his replacement at state that's going to be a battle. So there's going to be some political turmoil aimed at undercutting Trump and his North Korea initiative. So that's going to spread weakness, perception of weakness, and so I think the downside argument short term is still there. You see the river has rolled over. If this rolls over here, a couple more days of selling, then the hump of the dragon will have been a high and then a lower high, and so that would then be seen as a pocket short. I'm looking really to change my orientation to the short side here at about 271, this support level here. See the 200-day moving average. It wouldn't take but maybe 2-3 more days of selling for this line to come back under the zero line where we would formally pick up the short side position. So grinding bull for now. Plenty of reasons to believe in the downside. And we'll follow the price wherever it goes. Now notice that the 30-period regression channel lag today has come back to flat, and the slope of that has crossed the zero line. So this is like a stormy spring, not clear sailing by any means, but still a slightly bias to the upside, but caution about the downside. I'm prepared to go wherever price takes us, and right now the dragon is acting as that buffer. So to me it's like this 271 support level is the far side of the dragon, and it's also the PSAR stop. So that looks like the line in the sand for me. Okay. So we'll see what these 3 days of selling have looked like. There was the doji, then a big sell, then a reinforcing selling day. So now we're going into Thursday and Friday, and what do people want to hold over the weekend? I still think there will be an urge for people to lock in these gains. That's what I'm feeling in our long side portfolio, and you will see that reflected in the trimming of a lot of our positions already to raise cash and to reduce market exposure. We've kept some positions, but we've trimmed way back on our risk. Okay, so let's take a look at what we can see here. Okay. So, Alcoa. We were long. We took a fractional loss on this one. I was slow on getting this done. Should have scratched but we took the exit below the 2-day low, and then we got short along. There was weakness all over the materials sector and metals and mining, and so we're short here, and we got actually a second short on here. So we're 2 short, and we're going to move our stop down into here. This is where I'll add third below the swing low. Apple. We were long from here, cashed on Tuesday. I haven't picked up the short, so we're going to clear the deck now. Technology has been the strongest. Here's the PSAR and fair value. I'm not ready to short that one yet. I think there's other weaker ones, so we'll just let Apple rest. AXP, on the other hand, we were long, and then scratched the second one on Tuesday and picked up the short on Tuesday also. Let me reflect that in here. Sorry. And we're sitting pretty on that one. We're going to move our stop down to lock that in. I'm going to add, I should have added a second one today because we got below this swing low on the 10. So if we get some more weakness in here, that's where I will add. And I think the next add is down here below the at around 90. Okay. Boeing, we were long, took a fractional loss Tuesday, got short today on the breakdown below yesterday's low. There was some rebound in there already, so I want to lock in some gains, but I want to give it some room to work. That's where I'll add a second position short. Caterpillar, we were long 1, long 2, scratched the second one, and we have nothing on this one right now, so we'll clear the deck. We're below the 0 line. The 10 is rolling over. 3 days down. I'm going to take that trade frame as a mechanical entry in either direction. Okay. We're still long Cisco. Here's our stop. Lock in again. I'll add a second one here, going long. I'll go short at the purple line. Chevron should have cashed in here. I had such a wide stop that I wasn't as worried. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to raise this stop to here, below the Bollinger Band mean. And that's where we'll get short. Okay, so we will cover, or we will scratch and then get short here. This is one that just, I believed in it for too long. The PSAR was long, and energy had been recovering, but you can see the slope of the 30 is down. We're still below the 0 line over 3 days of selling. I should have been short either here on the second day or here on the third day. So this is me trying to salvage a position. The danger of wanting to be right. So we're long here, cashed on Tuesday. I'm going to now reverse this trade frame in the diamonds. I still have some belief in here. But I'll get short there, add a second one below the PSAR. I'll get long here, and a second one long above this PSAR value. Okay. Next up, Devon Energy. We're long from here. 2 days, but it's held up pretty well, so I want to lock in the gain. I will take a 2-day low as my cash. Let's see if we want to add anything on this. I think above the Bollinger Band 30. Yeah, I like that. And the short position not earlier than the swing low. Though that gives us a lot of room inside here as a pocket, so we'll keep an eye on Devon in the energy sector. I think I can do better on hourly charts than entering here. That's where we'll enter on a daily chart. we may be able to turbo this one intraday. DuPont, we were long. We cashed on Monday, got short on Tuesday, reinforced. Should have gotten a second position on, but didn't. We're going to drop the stop to here. Let's add another position if it gets below the PSAR. Emerging markets, we were long, cashed a gain, and we're basically just flat. So let's clear the deck. No opinions on that one. Euro, we're long, still there. Let's lock in the gain. You know, that's a move to make it not a losing trade, but to give it the maximum amount of room to keep going. Still feeling my way through the currencies. Mexico was long, cashed today, so let's see what we got in here. Mexico it's above the zero line, but you know, right on it. Let's trade it this way. We'll take a mechanical trade in either direction. I like the possibilities there. I think if it works, it's going to be the short side. Okay. So that was our trade frame there. Brazil, we were short and covered. Now we have nothing on it. A high, a lower high, it's rolling over. We're still above the zero line. We're just going to let Brazil alone right now. It's not directional enough. GE, we were long and then scratched and got short in here. This is one that was just there's nothing we could do about that. We had gotten long in here, and the gap got us for, and then weakness in the market for a scratch, then a short in the middle of that day. So we're still short. The stop is here. We'll add a second position here. Let's move our stop down to here. Goldman Sachs, we were long here. We added a second position here. Cashed that one out today. Should have been quicker to scratch that. And then got short today on the 2-day low. So we're short from here. And this is where we'll add a second one below the RL270. I actually want to put that in shorter here below that RL10 and then add another one at the 270 because the financials were looking weak. So that's what we're long. We're short one. That's where we'll add two, add a third. Home Depot. We'd been long here, basically scratched there on Tuesday, got nothing. I will take this trade frame, a mechanical trade in either direction. I'm betting short on this one because we have a negative bias and the river is down and the PSAR is pointing down. IBM, we were long and scratched, no trade. That's like one of the strongest techs, so we'll just let that one cook. Let's clear the deck. Latin America, we were long. Should have scratched here today. We're going to give it one more day. Let's tighten this stop up into here. I will not go short. Intel, well, we were long. We're still long. There's our initial stop. We'll just roll with it. Russell, we were long one, long two. It rolled over. We took the 2-day low here, and now we are flat. No trade. I will get long again here. I'll get short below the RL270. So a wide frame there. This one's nice. The real estate has been chunking along. Long one, long two, and the sell-off of the last 3 days has not harmed it at all. So I actually kind of like that. If we get add another position above, let's say here. Yeah, that's looking pretty interesting. Real estate. Johnson & Johnson, we were long 1, long 2, cash today, no trade, no position. Coke, we were long 1 and scratched. Low, we were long 1, just holding on. Short 1, holding on, still short, and we'll respect that initial stop. This is basically done nothing. This was at one of those squeeze plays, and we're just staying with it to see what it's going to do. Fisher cut bait low. McDonald's long 1, long 2. It's rolling over. We move our stop up here to the 2-day low. Still in the money. Merck long 1 and cashed a fractional winner. Microsoft long 1 and 2 and cashed on Tuesday. No trade. That's been one of the strongest techs, so I'm not ready to short that one yet. Nike, we were long 1. Rolled over today, had some gains. Let's lock in those gains. Still long Nike. Pfizer, we were long 2. Cashed out today at the basically scratching the second position. No trade, no frame. Procter & Gamble, we were long 1 from here on this day, right here, and scratched it out today, a fractional loss. I will get short here with a stop here. I will also reverse that to the long side because we got some value built into this thing. And I'll add a second position there. The Qs, 2 positions long, cash Tuesday, no trades, clear the deck. Let's see what we got working here. 2 days down, we're still above the 0 line. If we get any kind of rebound off of 3 days of selling, then tech should still work. Let's put a trade frame on this one like that. This is where we cash the other one. So yeah, I'll be long here, short there. Schlumberger, nothing. Missed the opportunity to get short intraday here, but we will reward that with, if there's more weakness in energy, then we'll go short here, long there. Silver, just stalking and watching. SPY, long 1, long 2, cashed on Tuesday. Still just watching this one. The short position here is 270. It's going to be below the PSAR, so let's clear the deck on this one. And then we'll get long above that swing high. 270 is the key price level here. Treasuries got long today. Finally, something worked. We're going to move our stop up. Travelers, we were long 1, scratched it today. I will follow weakness here. It's right on the 0 line. It's getting ready to break below the RL10. So any more weakness, and we'll get short here with a stop here. And this is where I'll add a second. Tesla, we were long here, cashed it here today, no trade. Japan, got short today. I'm going to put our stop up in here above the RL10. This is our trade now, below that close from Tuesday. Oil, we were short and covered, got no trade on this one, just it's basically sideways, nothing to see there. United Tech, we were long and scratched, missed the short opportunity here, clear the deck. VIX, we were short on this day from here and covered Tuesday. Missed the opportunity to go long. Let's play this one like that. So we'll go long here, short there. Verizon, we're still long one. Move our stop up to here. Should have exited today on the third day. Walmart, short from here. Hasn't been doing much of anything. We'll respect that stop. When we had long one, long two, cashed the gift of that gap. Should have gotten short today. No trade. U.S. Steel, we were long, took a fractional loss here, then got short on Monday from here. We're 2 days deep in the money. Let's lock that in. We're going to add another position if it continues to show weakness here. This was another short right there. Yep. Materials long scratched on that 2-day low. Basically scratched the long trade from here. Missed the chance to go short, so we'll go short here and second position there. Nothing long until we see that purple line. Energy, we were long, scratched. We're still below the zero line. I'm expecting more weakness, so let's get short at the VWAP. Long above the Bollinger Band 30. Okay. Financials, we were long. We covered today or Tuesday on the 2-day low. Missed the short in here. We will get short there with a stop there. That's where we'll add. Industrials, we were long and long. Covered or scratched. Got short today at that. That should be red. Sorry. We'll add a second here. Excuse me. Technology, we were too long. 1 and 2. Cash Tuesday. No trades. Let's clear the deck. You see how strong technology has been. I don't mind the individual companies, but I'm not ready to be short that sector yet. Consumer staples, we were long and scratched. I will go short there and long here. Let's go play the mechanical trade. Okay, so long here, short there. Utilities, we finally get long here. And at 3 days in a row, gains should have added a second position on market weakness here, but let's continue to respect this second position at least. We'll bring it down a little bit above bring it down to the first PSAR flip because that will have cleared that high, and that'll be a nice long. And meanwhile, we'll lock in our yield. Healthcare, we were long 1 and 2. Covered, scratched today, scratched the second position. When I have like 2 scoops on things and I see that second day of weakness, that's a normal. Just scratch the second one and then bank the first one. Because of the double exposure, I'm more sensitive to getting out. Let's give this one more day of cooking before we take any positions. So we'll clear the deck. Consumer discretionary, we were long 1, scratched, nothing. Let's see. Discretionary was actually weak today. So we will go short on a continuation We will go long on a breakout of the swing high. Okay, so that'll be our trade frame there. Let's get this back to where it was. There we go. Metals and mining, we were long, fractional loss, missed the chance to get short, so now we'll go short here at the RL270 with a stop here. That's a long here, short there. Second position short, second position long. ExxonMobil, we were long, took the fractional loss, got short today on the on this 2-day low here. Oops, sorry. Let's see, and back to Alcoa. So there we are. Lots of work going on. Mostly what you saw, lots of scratches, lots of locking in fractional gains. Still picking the strength leaders to be long, and then the weaker sectors and symbols to be short. Ready to go in either direction, but meanwhile preserving capital and preserving flexibility. Okay, take good care.